Due to the dangers of going outside, people have been working and staying home. How do you know that the air indoors is clean? Introducing Carico's Nutritech Air Purification System, the only 10-level purification system in the entire world. It comes with a remote for easy access. It's the only purifier that offers 10 unique filtering stages for you and your family. Do you want to protect your home from all the viruses that may go inside? Introducing Carico's Nutritech Air Purification System, the only 10-level purification system in the entire world. It will clean the air 24/7 inside your home using its 10 unique filtering stages, so you don't have to worry about anything and you'll be able to sleep well with your home virus-free.
Yo, what's up? Real Talk Darbs. Back at it again with another live. I hope everybody is having a good time. I hope everybody is having a very good afternoon because I am with my copyright copy. Walang F. With my copyright here, Real Talk Darbs. Back at it again with another interesting topic for tonight. Sa lahat po ng mga nanonood, I hope you guys are safe. I hope you guys are having a wonderful afternoon or evening saan ka man sa dako ng mundo nanonood ngayon. And of course, tonight, today, this morning, this is a very special topic again. Why? Because we are going to be discussing quite a lot. I mean, not a lot. It's just two questions wherein most people oftenly know what to answer but very difficult to implement. So yun yung kasagutan na itatanong natin ngayon. Ano nga ba yung tanong natin na Tito Darbs? So if ever nakinig ka man, nabasa mo man yung poster kanina, ito po ang ating topic ngayon. Anong topic, Tito Darbs? Wait lang kasi tinatype ko. Okay, so the topic for tonight is Puso o Utak. Grabe, parang napaka-cliche na topic to pero sasagutin natin yan tonight with Real Talk Darbs. Ay, nandiyan na naman siya. Tito Darb! Oh, bakit? Ano na naman problema? Para every week may problema ka. Kasi Tito Darbs, hindi ko po alam ang sagot sa tanong. Namamahalin ko ba siya? Sabi ng puso ko. O iwanan ko na siya, sabi ng aking utak. Drama mo? Pero, Tito Darbs, bakit mo ako pinagtatawanan? Hindi kita pinagtatawanan. Ini-smilean lang kita. Puso o utak, huwag kang mag-alala. Sasagutin natin yan ngayon. Katanungan na yan. For sure, marami na namang magtatanong. Marami na namang mga tao ang gustong sumagot. If ever meron kang kumbaga personal opinion about the topic, please go ahead, send me. Palagay natin dyan sa baba. Oh, shout out muna tayo kasi baka magalit yung mga followers ni Tito Darbs. Okay, shout out natin si Huang Shanshan. Ganda ng name mo. Si Shineshi. Si Linezi. Shout out sa'yo, ha? Sabi niya, ha. Grabe, dami mong tawa. Coffee cheers here, Sir Darbs. Bisdak na here. Utak, please. Brain as in brain. Cheers sa'yo, ha? Sa lahat ng mga nanonood. Sabi naman ni Shin, puso daw. Sabi naman ni Caroline Monforte, hi, Tito Darbs. Idol, shout out mo. Kanina ko lang shout out, Shin. Shout out, Kuya Darbs, watching from Hong Kong. Okay. Again, let's go back to the topic. Puso or utak? Utak or puso? Well, most of us, let's just technically get this out of the way. There is no such thing as heart na yun yung nagpapagana ng emotion. Because technically, at the end of the day, lahat po yan ay nasa utak. Emotions are being controlled by the hypothalamus. So, ibig sabihin, utak pa rin yon. Pero let's just put this on a side of, kumbaga, as a discussion na should we value our emotion, which is the utak, over the logic or the things that are obvious. Diba? So ano ba ang dapat nating paganahin? Okay, first off, bakit may mga tao na puro puso ang pinapagana? What's the disadvantage of that? The disadvantage of that is when you are an individual who based everything solely on what you feel, you're becoming very vulnerable. Like say for example, puso means feelings. Puso means that it doesn't necessarily kumbaga direct towards love. It also connects to your emotions towards other individuals. Pwedeng mabilis kang magalit. That's also a sign of kumbaga pinapagana mo yung puso mo, yung feelings mo. That's the reason why mabilis kang ma-manipulate or ma-control. And that is a sad life to live. Kasi palaging puso lang yung pinapagana mo, meron lang mang inis sa'yo, magagalit ka na. And most of us are usually emotional, lalo na Filipinos. Napaka-emotional natin na mga in our culture, we're very emotional being. Lalo na pag like, say for example, dito ka sa abroad, makikita mo yung ibang lahi, nagsisigawan sila sa trabaho ha, tapos parang kumbaga they're very, very objective about what is the job. Pero makikita mo sila after work, they're okay. Okay na sila agad. Wala nang parang kahit na ano pang mga sinasabi. Because they both know that those arguments that they had, it was in between the job. Doesn't necessarily mean that they are attacking someone personally. So they have that mental, kumbaga, or mental strength to find that out. Pero ang Pilipino, pag pinagalitan sa trabaho, paglabas ng office, galit pa rin doon sa nagalit sa kanila. I mean, because most of us are very emotional individual. Somehow it is a strength and somehow it is a weakness as well. So, basically, it's just a matter of balance eh. Kung tatanungin kung utak naman ang pipiliin mo, pag utak kasi is mostly logical, you're a logical individual. Pinapagana mo yung mga bagay or you tend to overthink things kahit hindi pa nangyayari because you're a logical individual. And somehow, most of the time, we tend to calculate things based on our experience, based on logic. Now, somehow, it's good kasi things are always can be explained in logic. Pero most of the time, great things happen that cannot be measured by logic. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Ibig sabihin nun, like say for example, if there was a specific situation, sabihin na natin ganito. I'll give a perfect example kung paano mo papaganahin ang utak mo and it works against you. Like say for example, you have had a handle a specific account. Sabihin na natin napakalaking account niya. Pero sa business nyo, yung account na yon dead. Walang sales. Kasi nga, because it's very difficult to penetrate that account. Although malaki siya, pero mahirap siyang pasukin. So, that account was given to you by your management. Tapos, ang nangyari, zero sales. Pero it's a big account. There's a huge potential. And on top of that account, marami ka pang other accounts that are working. So, if you think about this, if you think about it logically, actually, this is a personal experience of mine. Kaya ako nasasabi to. So, binigyan ako ng account which is dead account. And then, I have other accounts, pero itong account na to, if napasok ko, this is a very huge potential. It's called EMAR. EMAR dito sa Dubai. So that there are like the prime developers dito. And it was given to me when I was working in one company. Tapos, it has a dead account. Walang sales, walang ganon. Ang nangyari is that, I was thinking at first, mga first few months, this account is given to me. I'm a rookie sales executive. Bago pa lang ako ha. And I saw people who handled this account prior to me are mga big time, mga malalaking sales executive. Pero even if they were experienced sales executive, wala pa rin silang napapasok na sale because it's that difficult. Ganon kahirap. So, logically speaking, mas malakas sila sa akin eh. They have the capacity to close the deal more than I am. So, if I was logically thinking that these guys were not able to close this account, how much more ako? If these guys are not able to penetrate this account, paano pa ako? Eh, bago lang ako, di ba? So what I usually did is, yun yung ginawa ko first few months. But what happens is, I don't know, there was something inside of me that pushed me to go there and try. And that is something that everybody should understand. We have what we call limiting belief. Limiting belief is something that is logical, something that when you think about it, it makes sense. And that is the most common reason as to why we don't execute. Kasi we justify things based on our logic. Hindi ko pupuntahan tong account na to kasi kung iisipin mo, magsasayang lang ako ng oras. Kasi yung mga taong mas magaling sa akin, pumunta dito, hindi nila na-close. Paano pa kaya ako? So, I would rather put my time and effort into other accounts that is working other than this. Ganun yun eh. Limiting belief. Hindi ko siya liligawan kasi sino lang naman ako eh. Maraming mas pogi dyan na nangligaw sa kanya. Hindi naman ako nagustuhan. Diba? Pang ganun. That's a limiting belief that is present to our day-to-day life. Pero what happens is, what I did is, I removed that. I was able to be knowledgeable about that called limiting belief. Na you limit yourself based on what you think it should be. I removed that thought, though there was a sense or meron namang logic behind the reasoning that I may not be able to get the account, but I still went there, go through it, and knowing that somehow there's a huge chance that I may not be able to close this deal or penetrate this account, but I still went there because somehow something inside of me, the feeling that is inside of me is telling me that I might be able to do something despite of the logical reasons that I may fail. So pumunta ako, to cut the long story short, that account has been my major account and the reason why I was able to transfer from that company to the other company kasi yun yung parang naging major account ko. And it was giving me at least more than 1 million sales because that was a group of hotels eh. And then I was able to close that deal. So the moral of the story is that it's not always good to base everything kung sa utak or sa logic because our mind will definitely create barriers for us. They will definitely create things that would tell us that we're not able to do it. Lalong-lalo na yung mga sitwasyon na hindi pa natin nasusubukan. And the feelings balance it out wherein though things are illogical, we still, our deepest guts is still telling us to do it anyway. And that's alam mo yung intuition. I don't know if there's a scientific explanation to that, but intuition is something that great people has, mga ganon. Lalo na mga babae, mga malalakas ang intuition nila. Anyway, pag yun sinabi ko nga, I mean, that is one of the reasons why I was able to close the account. And the saying goes that 80% of being successful is just being there. Ibig sabihin nun, 80% of why you were hired to that job is because you showed up to the interview. Kasi kahit gaano mo kagaling sumagot ng mga katanungan, at kahit gaano mo ka-experience, you're qualified for that job. If you did not show up, if you were not there, you're not gonna get hired. The 20% was your skills, but the 80% is you being there in the situation. 80%. So most of the time, that's the reason why, despite of those limiting beliefs, we have to show up. We have to be there. We have to show things. Who's the boss? Diba? Kasi part of the reason why we don't try, because we're scared of failure. And to be honest, the reason why we're scared of failure is not because of the failure itself. It's because of what the people will say around us when we fail. Hindi ka takot malaglag sa bike. Takot at masugatan. Takot ka pag nalaglag ka sa bike, pagtatawanan ka. Doon ka mas takot yung pinagtatawanan kesa sa sugat. So, that is the reason why most people are not able to achieve the things that they want to do in life. That is the reason why we are still prisoners of people's opinion. It's because we value it so much because of that limiting belief. And even if you are in a manner or in a place where you think that you're an individual who's very logical, mahirap yon in a sense that you're trying to overthink of things. At when you're an overthinker, that's not a very good place to be. Okay? Anong out of topic? Out of topic ba ako sa sarili kong topic? Tama ba yung sinasabi mo? Working while listening to you, Sir Darbs. Thank you very much, Anthony. Again, going back to what we were saying, puso or utak? If you're gonna ask me honestly, I would basically say a mix of both. Kasi you can never be just go all in on logic, on brain, and you can never just go all in puso or in feelings alone. Most of us are prisoners of our own feelings that even if the most logical situation arise, we tend to disregard it. Bakit? Kasi feelings lang ang pinapagana natin sa sarili natin. Kahit ilang beses ka na niyang niloko, kahit ilang beses ka na niyang sinasaktan, kasi mahal mo siya, ayos lang. And even if the people that surrounds you, the people that you trust, the people that you care about, tells you that you're doing a wrong move, it's all blocked because your heart or your feelings or yung puso mo ang pinapagana mo all the time. And that is mostly the reason why you end up broken in the first place. Yon. Naglalaba while listening. Ivana Alawi, ikaw ba yan? Tama, Kuya Darbs. Both. And by the way, guys, it's very easy for me to say that it's both. But it doesn't necessarily mean, and by no means that is easily achievable. I myself, I admit that I'm mostly on the utak part. Kasi logical akong individually. Although, the fact alone that somehow when I give advice, it's solely based on emotion. Pero hindi po. It's solely based on logic. And that's the reason why you guys are able to break it down and munch it and nakakain mo or gustong-gusto mo yung mga sinasabi ko is because I'm able to piece by piece it anong dahilan kung bakit ito yung nararamdaman mo. And that is because I'm being logical of things. And most of the time, that is detrimental to me kasi napaka-logical ko na tao that sometimes I used to block my feelings even if there's a certain specific period of time that requires heart or feelings na dapat yun ang pinapagana ko. So just like you guys, don't think of me as someone who's already complete. I'm not, by no means. I am also flawed. I am a working in progress. And it's fine if ever you are. What's not fine is that you accept it and you're not doing something about it. I am continuously trying to find ways to improve myself, and so does you. If ever may nakita kang mali sa'yo, and you totally admit it, kung sa tingin mo na puro puso lang yung pinapagana mo sa mga bagay-bagay, find ways on how to improve that. How? I mean, there's a lot of revenues. I mean, you're not living in 1950s wherein information is very scarce. There's internet right now, and you can utilize that to find ways on how to develop yourself. Lalo na, ikaw, kung puro utak ang pinapagana mo. Kasi, most of the time, kung tao ka na puro utak ang pinapagana mo, mababa ang EQ mo. Kumbaga, emotional quotient mo. And most successful people, like the ones who are leading, mataas ang success rate pag mataas ang EQ, emotional quotient. Meron ba kayong napansin na mga kaibigan nyo na hindi niya nararamdaman yung mga bagay na sinasabi niya or hindi siya nakakaramdam na somehow what he's saying or what he's doing is parang nakaka-turn off or nakaka-disrespect sa ibang tao? Pag meron kayong ganong klaseng kaibigan, ibig sabihin nun na mababa ang EQ niya, emotional quotient. Kasi kung alam mo yung nararamdaman ng iba, you put yourself in others' position. And that is why we tend to be nice, we tend to be courteous, because ganon, I mean, we are aware of others' feelings. Now, if ever we try to say something that is, kumbaga, medyo off, we nababawi natin agad kasi nararamdaman natin. People who has very low emotional quotient are like those. And you should look at them in a manner that dapat objective. Kasi kung meron akong vitamin deficiency, I mean, lack of emotional quotient is also a flaw of an individual, but that doesn't necessarily makes them a bad human being. Ganon. Sabi ni Mau, di ba parang may kanta na Mau? Ano nga yun? Kalimutan ko. Sabi ni Mau, Paner, sa simula lang utak ang gagamitin mo. Pero kapag sobrang mahal mo na, puso-puso na din yan. Hehe, LMK yan. Rupak mabe. Utak kasi, ang heart sinungaling. Agree. Hirap pagtaas ang EQ and IQ din, Char. Ikaw ba yun, Miss Betty? Ito, Angeli. For me, Kuya Darbs, sa lahat ng bagay, dapat utak ang pinapairal. Unang-una, ito ang makakatulong sa lahat ng desisyon natin. Kung mag-iisip ka at titingnan mo kung ano sa tingin mo ang narapat, is makakatulong yon. Kaya nga ginawang mas mataas ang utak sa puso, di ba? Charot! Ito, parang seryoso tapos sabay bawi. Kasi dapat mas unahin ng utak kaysa sa puso kapag gagawa ng mga desisyon. Opinion though. Opinion well taken. Thank you very much for letting us know. I don't know if others agree. Kuya Darbs, kapag araw-araw kitang makikita, mai-in-love na ako sa'yo. Sakurame Watanabe. Okay. Thank you. Ay, sorry. Palakpak dapat yan. Tawag na si Tito Darbs. O, i-share nyo kung totoo. Balance is important. Okay, bakit may mga taong puro puso ang pinapairal? And what's the disadvantage of that? What are the things wherein most of us just use our feelings, yung nararamdaman natin? Most of the time kasi, yun ang dahilan kung bakit ka nasasaktan ng madalas. Yun ang dahilan kung bakit hindi ka pinipili ng taong gusto mo. Kasi at the end of the day, your feelings manipulates you eh. Tulad nga ng sinabi nila, that if you cannot control your feeling, you cannot control your individuality. Kasi there will always be people who knows how to trigger your feelings. Not just necessarily about love, but about you being angry and all. And kung hindi mo nakokontrol yung mga bagay na yon, it can easily destroy you and can lead you to a very destructive path. What are the means for you to not go all in sa puso? Naiisip mo ba may mga pagkakataon sa buhay mo na kahit alam mo na mali, kahit alam mo na hindi ka dapat aasa sa kanya, at kahit alam mo na medyo mahirap yung sitwasyon nyo, parang bakit go ka pa rin? 'Di ba? And also, bakit kahit alam mong ilang beses kanya nang sinasaktan, and the obvious reason is to just walk away, bakit hindi mo pa rin kayang mawala siya sa'yo? At kung hihingi lang siya ng sorry, okay ka lang agad. Yung mga puso kasi, ang ipinipili na puso, yun yung mga pokmaru. Tumataas na daw ang cases nyo. Since 5 years ago, tumataas daw yung cases yearly ng mga marurupok. Mga taong pinipili ang utak. Ang puso. So how can you deal with that? I cannot stress this enough. And I think I will not stop until it is pounded in your head that the reason bakit takot na mawala siya kasi takot kang maramdaman na mag-isa ka. Takot ka sa pakiramdam na somehow hindi ka na makakahanap ng taong magmamahal sa'yo tulad ng pagmamahal niya sa'yo. And part of the reason why you are still hoping for something that is a lost cause, it's because it's not really that you're hoping, it's just that you think that you don't have a choice. You think na sa taong katulad mo, you judge yourself so much that you're imperfect, that you're not important, that you're not worthy, that the only person that is able to love me is this individual. And that is the reason why most of the time, whenever a situation arise wherein you're supposed to walk away, binastos ka niya, sinaktan ka niya, binubugbog ka niya, he's not being loyal to you, you still stick. You still allow yourself to be in that situation. Why? Because at the end of the day, you think that you don't have a choice. You think you don't have an option. And most of the time, that is why most people stay in abusive relationship. It's not because they love the individual. It's just that they don't have the strength to realize that they have the potential to be happy without that individual who's making them sad in the first place. And I hope that you guys will be blessed with that kind of emotion. You will be blessed with that kind of emotional quotient. Emotional EQ. Sorry, IQ pala. What else? If ever you are in a situation as well na puro utak lang ang pinapagana mo, I think very rare lang yung mga taong puro utak ang pinapagana. Hindi ko sinasabing hindi kayo matatalino. It's just that most individuals base our feelings through emotion. Hindi ko sinasabi yon, ha? So wag kang triggered. Sabi ni Anthony Cerniza, know your self-worth. Of course, you should. Pokmaro kong friend, si Afshia Jana, bay, talagang making ka, wag puro puso. Ano daw? Puso, kung karapat dapat isa puso, kaya kabuhayin, mahalin at alagaan. Utak, yun naman yung bagay na kailangan mo na kaya niya ibigay kahit wala masyadong love. May tao na pipiliin ang utak ang ginagamit. Manage your emotions wisely. Okay, fine. Understood. How can we manage our emotions wisely? How can we balance love? Kailan ba natin malalaman, Tito Darbs, kung puso or utak ang papaganahin natin? Malalaman natin yan after these few messages coming from our sponsor, Nutraway Systems. By the way, Nutraway Systems, meron akong isang product that I'm using right now, and I want you guys to know about this because I did not realize how important it is and how present indoor pollution is sa mga buhay natin. So, ipapakita ko po ito sa inyo. And we'll be right back after these few messages.
Due to the dangers of going outside, people have been working and staying home. How do you know that the air indoors is clean? Introducing Carico's Nutritech Air Purification System, the only 10-level purification system in the entire world. It comes with a remote for easy access. It's the only purifier that offers 10 unique filtering stages for you and your family. Do you want to protect your home from all the viruses that may go inside? Introducing Carico's Nutritech Air Purification System, the only 10-level purification system in the entire world. It will clean the air 24/7 inside your home using its 10 unique filtering stages, so you don't have to worry about anything and you'll be able to sleep well with your home virus-free.
Mga kaibigan, Carico's air purification system, that is the only 10-level purification system in the world. Bakit ko po ito pinopromote? Napaka-unusual naman sa iyo, Tito Darbs. Because I myself, my nose are blocked, sinusitis, and I thought there was a problem. It's just that my nose are just a little bit sensitive sa indoor pollution. Kung may outdoor pollution, meron pong indoor pollution, meron pong mga particles yung spray mo sa bahay, yung mga pabango, that itself is already chemicals na bumubuo doon sa nasasakop doon sa loob ng bahay nyo. And then, sobrang kulob niya na pagpapasok ka, your senses are being triggered, lalo na sa ilong. In that, lalo na ngayon, there are a lot of situations where we don't want to bring viruses inside our house. That is why when I discovered this air purification system by Carico. This is a 10-level purification, the only 10-level purification system in the world. 10 level po ng filter ang ginagawa niya. And to the highest level that it can actually filter out viruses. And I'm telling you, after I used it, grabe, I did not realize how important it was to have a clean hair inside the home. And once you realize that, you would totally, oo nga, Tito Darbs. Kasi there are a lot of situations na dapat aware ka doon. So, if ever you are interested, you can book your appointment now. I'll be more than happy to assist you. This is hospital-grade purification system. So kung may-ari ka man ng spa, may-ari ka man ng hospital, may-ari ka man ng beauty center, this is a good way for you to protect yourself and to protect your, your clients. And this is hospital-grade air purification system delivered to you at your home. So let me know if you're interested. PM is the key, ika nga, and I'll be more than happy to assist you with that. Okay? Mamaya isi-send ko po yung mga details kung sino yung pwede nyong kontakin. Si Cindy Dunlop. She's from USA. Very inspiring story. From rags to riches, and she was able to put herself up there because of this purification system. Okay, tama ng commercial dito, Darbs. Okay, sige. Going back to the topic, paano mo nga ba manonotice ang balance? How are you gonna be able to do it? First off, this is a very simple concept but very powerful. By continuously knowing that you have to. Self-awareness is one of the most underrated things in human psyche. Knowing yourself, knowing the things that you are good at, knowing the things that you are bad at, is something that could lead you to a true potential or can actually put you to your truest potential. Kasi most of us as individuals, since we have that psychology of valuing people's opinion, kahit na magaling tayo sa art, kahit na magaling tayo sa creative, pero since the society is telling us to somehow pursue the path of a traditional employee because yun yung nakakasanayan ng iba, and you're an individual na hindi ka magaling sa kahit anong bagay, like say for example, waking up in the morning, following the rules, or not really following the rules na breaking the rules, but the conventional corporate style. Also sa office work or a job that you don't really like, but it's just that you're showing up because you're just ticking the boxes and you think you don't have an option. So malakas ka sa creative mo, pero mahina ka sa mga bagay na mga ginagawa mo day to day. What happens with us is when we don't have self-awareness and we don't know that we're really good at one specific thing, we focus ourselves on the things that we're not good at. And then we try our most efforts to be good at it. Kahit na gaano mo anong effort ang gawin mo sa mga bagay na hindi ka talaga magaling. Hindi ka talaga magiging, you could be average, but if you spend that specific time, effort, and energy into the things that you're really good at, be it singing, be it dancing, be it in creative work, or anything that you think that you're naturally talented at, yung same effort na gagawin mo sa mga bagay na hindi ka magaling would basically increase threefold because you're naturally gifted on that. And I will not suggest and I will not tell you all of these things if we are living in the 1950s. But we're living in a 2020 world. We are living in the best era for humankind because of the internet. Because of the internet, you're able to pursue the passion that you want. You're able to actually get things and make money out of the things that you really love. Be it dancing, be it creative work, be it, talking about Pokemon, anything. It's just that you have to be self-aware. Dapat alam mo yung mga bagay kung saan ka magaling, alam mo yung mga bagay kung saan ka hindi magaling. And if you know that, you can triple down on your strength. Go all in on it and then chase that. Kasi in this life, it's great to live a life. Although the money, sapat lang, I'd rather be living a life based on living on my own terms, walang boss, and I continually doing the things that I want to do for the rest of my life, kahit na yung pera is sapat lang or medyo konting maangat, versus earning more than what I need. The millions, the billions, if every day I'm living stressful. The ultimate success is for you to be able to build something around the thing that you truly love. And the ultimate success, and the start of that ultimate success is by knowing what you really want to do in this world. So anong kinalaman nun sa puso at utak, Tito Darbs? Hindi ko din alam. Naligaw na ako. Ibig sabihin nun, self-awareness. If sa tingin mo na mas mahina yung utak when it comes to making decision and mas pinapagana mo yung puso mo, I'm not saying that you're supposed to go all in sa puso mo, ha? I'm telling you that somehow there needs to be a balance. You're supposed to somehow think that at the end of the day, too much of something is bad. Huwag puro puso, huwag puro utak. At alam kong madaling sabihin na dapat balance lang ang lahat. Pero somehow, my friends, I would like to let you know that it's very important for you to please. You deserve a life worth living, a life of happiness, although I'm not saying that it's supposed to be always happy, macro happy. There will be micro sadness along the line, but everybody deserves to live a life macro happily. Ganon. Kasi pag sinabi kong happy life, ibig sabihin nun tuloy-tuloy na dapat masaya ka habang buhay. There will always be pain, struggle, suffering. Pero at the end of the day, if you're really doing and living the life that you want to live, may mga pagkakataong masasaktan ka. Pero, mas mataas pa rin yung pagkakataon na ikaw ay masaya. Okay. Tatanggap po ako ng mga katanungan tonight regarding sa topic na puso at utak. So, ang gagawin ko po is ilalagay ko po siya dito sa ating description above. Want advice? Ask me live. So please, if ever you want to join the conversation, you want to be here, ask me a question about puso or utak. Kung naguguluhan ka, kung ano ba dapat ang gagawin mo sa sitwasyon mo, kung dapat mo pa ba siyang i-pursue, dapat mo pa ba siyang dapat ka pa bang magstay sa relationship, you can go ahead and please call me. I'll be more than happy to answer your question. Don't worry, there's no judgment here. Utak na lang better kasi pag puso, pinairal, for sure masasaktan ka. Alam mo, along the line, kahit na puro utak ang pinapairal mo, there will always be a situation. Alam mo yung you miss the shot that you did not take. You miss 100% of the shot you did not take. Ibig sabihin nun, kaibigan, na the reason why you did not enter into a specific relationship is because you were on a defense mode. Kasi utak ang pinairal mo. Kasi sa tingin mo, the limiting belief that this person might not work for me, kahit wala namang red flags, it will somehow go and takes a toll on you later down the line. Alam mo yun, you'd live a life of regret. And alam mo, that is one of the most poisonous thing that you can have when you grow old. Try to ask yung mga grandparents nyo, yung mga matatanda. They would always usually think, what are the things that they, mga usual things that they would say is that I wish I did this. I wish I pursued my passion. I wish I didn't listen to this person because I know that somehow I'm supposed to be doing the things that I love. The regret. It's a sad thing to see in a human being kasi wala ka nang magagawa doon. I'd rather you make mistake now and then rectify it along the line than trying to keep it safe and then in your deathbed, you'd realize na I wish I did the things that I was supposed to do. Kasi mas mahirap yung mga bagay na pagsisisihan mo na hindi mo ginawa. Kesa ginawa mo at nagkamali ka, you prove it to yourself that you were wrong. Pero mas masakit yung regret of not knowing what could have happened if I pursued the things that I would wanna do in life. And most of the time, yung mga logical na tayong puro utak, yun yung nangyayari sa kanila. Being safe bet is not always good. Regrets, yes. Ay, nakikita nyo ba yung link? Nandun po sa description. If you wanna call, go ahead, call me now. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions kasi that's how it is. Sabi ni Ibeth, nasa taas po yung link. Nasa taas, nasa description. So, i-click mo to, check mo yung description sa See More. Nandyan. Utak ang pinagana ko before. Utak ang pinagana ko before, di puso ngayon. Okay na kasi ako, kailangan balikan mo ang mga masamang nangyari sa inyo kung ilan ang mabuti at masama. Mas marami din magandang nangyari. Kaya tamang sagot ang ilagay ko sa test. Ngayon, pumasa ako. Nakalimutan ko na lahat. Hindi ko naintindihan. Sorry. Okay, thank you very much for your opinion, Ibeth. If it's dragging you down in life, it's time for your heart to rest. Yun, napakasimple pero may ano. Si RD, wala kang camera, RD. Ayoko ng logic pagdating sa puso na kabobo, hirap intindihin. Wala ka pong video, RD. Please make sure you accept that. Ito, Niyoki, ready ka na ba? Nakahiga ka pa dyan. Baka gusto mong bumangon at ipapasok na kita. Okay ka na ba? Papasok na kita. Ay, wala pala akong... Wait lang, kasi wala pala akong video. Wala pala akong headset. Wait lang. Yon. Niyoki, are you ready? Okay. Hello, what's up? Kumusta? I like the headband.
Hello po. Di ba
siya. Hello, kumusta? How are you? You're calling from where?
From Davao po.
Ay, Davao. Taga-asa ka sa Davao, Day?
Sa Tagum po.
Ay, taga-Tagum. Oh, diyan kami nag-OJT dati kasi sa Davao ako nag-school eh. Okay.
Wow.
Niyoki, what is your question, please? Huwag ka mahiya. Huwag ka mahiya.
Kasi kasi sir, na-click ko lang po yung link.
Okay, sige. Wala ka mang tanong?
Wala po.
Okay, sige. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Na-click lang yung link. Okay, Joanne, ready ka na ba? Baka na-click mo lang din yung link, ha? Okay, bigyan natin ng chance si Joanne na mag-ready. Hi, choose your heart but always bring with you your brain. Ika nga, Kuya Darbs. Yes, of course. Hindi dapat puro utak lang. Ganun ba yun? Lahat ng mga tumatawag sa akin nakahiga. Si Marge nakahiga din. Okay, Joanne, you ready? Okay, Joanne, what's up? How are you? Wala kang sound. Naka-mute ka. Wait lang. Unmute kita.
Hi
Ayan,
po.
okay na. Kumusta? You're calling from where?
Kainta.
Hi, Kainta Rizal. Yes po. How can
Yes
I help
po.
you, Miss Joanne?
Wala. Ano po? Kasi ngayon, nasa part po ng moving on. Single mom.
Okay.
Opo. So, galing ako sa 8 years relationship.
Oh, that's long.
Opo. Tapos, nagkaroon kami ng 2 anak. Kaya lang, sa maampalad, nakahanap ng iba. Opo. Pero habang kami pa, yun. So, ngayon, medyo nagkakaroon lang po ng complication sa amin dalawa. So, kasi po parang nagkakagulo every time na mag-uusap kami. So, hindi rin niya nakikita yung bata.
Okay.
Even though alam ko naman na mahal niya yung bata. Kaya lang yun. Kaya naguguluhan ako. Kasi yung puso ko naman, okay po na magkaayos sila kahit sila na lang mag-aama. Pero yung utak ko, parang yung overthinking na baka masaktan din niya yung mga bata.
Mhm.
Yun.
Okay, so ayaw mong ipahiram yung mga bata sa kanya.
Hindi rin naman po niya mahihiram eh. Kasi po, nandun siya sa bahay ng babae.
Oh.
Since wala pa talagang transportation. So, hindi siya makakapunta. Mag-birthday na nga po yung panganay. Kaya lang, yun nga, hindi siya makakapunta. Plus, ewan ko kung may intention siya na gusto niyang pumunta. Kasi binlock na rin naman niya ako sa messenger. Pero nakikita ko pa rin siya nag-view nung my day ko. Kasi naka-public po ako dahil nag-online selling ako.
Okay. So, what's the question, Joanne? Tell me.
Hindi ko alam kung ano susundin ko. Kasi, um, siguro dahil din sa pagiging Christian, malambot yung puso mo eh. Nandun yung gusto mo siyang patawarin. Pero minsan kasi, yung utak ko hindi ko makontrol. Parang
Humingi
lagi
ba
ako
siya ng tawad sa'yo?
Hindi ko po alam kung humingi siya ng tawad. Kasi yung paghingi niya ng tawad, ibabalik din niya yung maling nakita mo sa kanya. Ay, maling nakita niya sa'yo. Kasi,
Ah,
siguro
okay.
naman totoo, kaya hindi naman maghihiwalay ang isang relasyon kung wala siya nakitang mali sa akin.
Not necessarily. It's just that most people doesn't have the capacity. Kasi lahat talaga tayo may mali sa lahat ng bagay. Hindi naman tayo perpektong pinanganak It's just a matter of how you communicate things and you communicate better with these individual or sa partner mo. So hindi reason na kaya kanya hiniwalayan kasi may nakita siyang mali sa'yo. It's not. There will always be a situation where dapat kayo
Financial po.
Okay. Anyway, so the question is you're torn between papatawarin mo siya o hindi? Yun.
Kasi po yung, 'di ba, tama naman talaga. Hindi dahil sa humingi siya ng tawad, pero kailangan mo siyang patawarin. Kailangan mo patawarin yung sarili mo for peace, para maging okay ka. Pero parang yung puso ko po, ay yung utak ko, pag pinatawad ko siya, pag yung moment na hinayaan ko lang na meron siyang time sa bata, kung kailan lang niya gusto, parang bumabalik lahat ng sakit, nagre-rewind sa utak ko. Hindi ko nga alam kung utak ko o puso ko nagre-rewind.
Okay. Sige, ganito. I would advise you that you forgive him not because it's required but because you're doing it for yourself. And please, if
Yes.
ever this was the case, it doesn't necessarily mean that when you forgive someone, they're automatically already is allowed to go back to your life. So, I think in your situation, what you're supposed to do is you focus on the things that matter, which is you, your kids, and the people that loves you. And sometimes kasi we waste even thinking about the people who doesn't care about us is already a disrespect to ourselves. Kasi you're spending your precious energy and time and effort sa mga bagay that's not leading you towards a better place. Now, I'm not blaming you if ever you still think about that kasi it's not a feeling that you switch on and off Pero you have to be
Opo.
conscious about it. You have to be conscious on where you put your energy, time, and effort. And if ever that was the case, don't think that it was your fault. There might be a situation that it was, pero at the end of the day, it's never a reason for someone to leave you just cause you're not enough. I mean, all of us will never be enough. It's just a matter of
Opo.
deciding whether we would want to fill each other's need through communication, through love, through compassion, and through understanding. Pero hindi dahilan na maghihiwalay or maghahanap ng iba kasi may kulang sa'yo or may kulang sa kanya. Okay?
Opo.
That's why love is a commitment that you commit to each other. When you commit, there's no going back. Ganon po yun. Okay po?
Opo. Ay, gusto ko
Okay.
rin po pala i-take the opportunity kasi talagang pinapanood ko yung video niyo, yung how to move on.
Okay.
Yung tattoo nyo po ata, pinanood ko talaga yon. At
Okay.
malaki po talaga yung tulong siya. So,
Oh,
thank you po. God
thank you.
bless.
Thank you very much po, Joanne. And I appreciate you sharing these thoughts to us. Kasi for sure, marami ding mga tao na ganun din yung mga tanong. And please, don't think as if that you're not enough. It's just that somehow you are supposed to find ways on how to love yourself more, love the people that are not, that surrounds you, lalo yung mga kids mo. In that, don't waste your time thinking about the people who did not value you in the first place. Patawarin mo siya, not because for the sake na patawarin mo siya, patawarin mo siya because you require that to be ahead on the place where you wanted to be, and that is a good place, kumbaga, to the next level. Kailangan mo yun. Okay?
Opo. Sige po.
Okay po.
Thank you po.
Thank you po, Miss
God
Joanne.
bless
Thank
po.
you for calling. Thank you. Bye. Okay, cool. Grabe, ang daming tumawag. Dati sa pilitan pa, ngayon ang dami na. Okay, sino kaya sa inyo ang tatawagin ko? Okay, sige. Teresa, how are you?
Hello po,
Kumusta? You're calling from where?
from Pakistan.
Oy, talaga? Amazing.
Yeah,
Okay. Anong work mo dyan?
nakaka-inspired. Nag-aalaga po ng bata.
Okay. Okay. Ilang years ka na po dyan sa Pakistan?
Siguro po mga 9 years.
Wow, that's a long time, ha? Palakpakan mga
Um,
OFW natin yung sa Pakistan. Okay po. Tell me, you're supposed to say something.
Yeah.
Ano
Bakit po
po?
ganun yung pakiramdam? Yung bang mahal mo yung isang tao, pero parang nararamdaman ko na parang wala lang sa kanya.
Kasi hindi ka niya mahal. Or the level of the love that you love for him is not the same level as you are.
Yeah. It's like,
Ganun.
parang lagi ko na lang binibeg yung love. Parang ganun.
And then, it's not supposed to be like that. Alam mo yun, di ba? I mean, you're not supposed to beg for someone's love.
Pero mahal ko nga siya.
Well, it's not a reason for you still beg for someone's love kahit na mahal mo siya. Ibig sabihin, puso yung pinapagana mo.
Mm-mm. Kaya,
Okay.
feeling ko palang, oh my God.
Ano?
Nakaka-inspired ka nga yung mga sinasabi mo, parang ang sarap pakinggan. Sana lahat ng lalaki kagaya mo.
Sana all. Ay,
Diba?
Sana all.
Sana all.
Sana all. Pero I'm too much to handle, ah. By the way, guys, kung sakali man, sabihin nyo na si Real Talk Dive, sana yung jowa nyo, medyo mahirap po yan. Si Real Talk.
Hindi po, totoo. The way po
Talaga.
na magsalita kayo, parang lahat ng babae hahangarin na sana lahat ng lalaki kagaya mo.
Max,
Parang
sana
sarap
all.
maging boyfriend or husband. Kasi parang ang lawak ng pag-iisip mo. Parang lahat ng sinasabi mo, parang tagus. Ganun.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Okay,
Okay
Teresa,
pa.
ang tanong mo
Salamat.
is, okay, sige, okay na? Okay ka na? Okay ka na sa tanong?
Okay lang po.
Okay, ano yung
Okay lang
tanong mo? For kung mahal ka ba niya o hindi? Or bakit mo siya iniisip?
Gusto ko lang malaman na kung mahal rin ba niya ako or ewan ko, di ko alam.
Ganito ha, just for us not to be unfair with this guy, kasi I don't have the total context of everything. The only thing that you can answer this very sure is you ask someone. You ask someone and you base it on their actions. Gets mo?
Pero parang ayaw kong magtanong sa ibang tao, mag-ask.
Sa kanya mismo mo itanong. Huwag sa ibang tao.
Wala ngang wala akong magandang sagot na maha.
Then that's your answer. Yun ang sagot mo sa tanong mo kung mahal ka ba niya o hindi, at tinanong mo siya kung mahal ka mo ba ako o hindi, at wala siyang magandang sagot. Ibig sabihin, walang magandang patutunguhan yung
So dapat mag-let go, ganun.
Of course. I think you know what to do it. Oh.
He's my husband.
Doesn't necessarily mean and automatically means that ito ha. I know I value marriage. And as long as you can stay
ako rin.
Ako
rin.
As long as you value marriage, it's fine. And you have to work everything else for you to save it. Pero it doesn't
Mm.
necessarily mean that you're supposed to stay in a relationship na you don't feel
Hindi
valued.
healthy.
Yes,
Ah.
of course. And try to save if you can, pero do not think as if there's no way out.
Mm.
There
I'm
will always,
trying.
you should always keep on trying. Pero there will always be a rope. Parang sa dulo, may dulo pa rin yung PC. And
Mm.
never think na walang dulo yun. And if ever that comes, don't
Mm.
judge yourself so much.
Sana nga
As long
dumating na yun para hindi na nakakapagod.
don't judge yourself so much if ever dumating yun.
Mm.
Kasi somehow, importante pa rin na maging masaya sa buhay.
Di ba ang sarap mahalin ng isang tao? Di ba? Ang sarap magmahal.
Of course.
Pero sana, yung sinusuklian rin yung pagmamahal na binibigay mo sa kanya.
Of
Di
course.
ba?
And
Sarap
that's
ng
our
ganun.
responsibility to attract that person.
Yan. Yun lang po.
Okay.
Salamat. Sana all.
Welcome po.
Sana kagaya
Sana
mo
all.
po.
Okay po. Ingat.
Okay po. Salamat. Okay
Thank
po.
you. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Yon. Oh, relax na kayo dyan ng mga tumatawag ha. Si Marimar bagong pasok kasi mag-ano ako. Wait lang, mag-commercial muna tayo. Siyempre, kailangan natin maghanap buhay, bes. Oh, baka naman, libre na nga tong live. Hindi mo pa ako papa-commercial. Okay, wait lang po. I have few messages coming from Nutraway.
Due to the dangers of going outside, people have been working and staying home. How do you know that the air indoors is clean? Introducing Carico's Nutritech Air Purification System, the only 10-level purification system in the entire world. It comes with a remote for easy access. It's the only purifier that offers 10 unique filtering stages for you and your family. Do you want to protect your home from all the viruses that may go inside? Introducing Carico's Nutritech Air Purification System, the only 10-level purification system in the entire world. It will clean the air 24/7 inside your home using its 10 unique filtering stages, so you don't have to worry about anything and you'll be able to sleep well with your home virus-free.
Nutraway System presents Carico's air purifying system. So air purifier, this is the only 10-level purifying system in the world. Now, if ever you are feeling meron kasing indoor pollution eh. And somehow, you're supposed to filter it out. Kasi kung walang nag-filter doon sa mga bagay, yung mga niluluto mo, yung mga ini-spray mo, it will just continually be there inside your home. And I'm telling you, you will never realize that you need it until you tried. So, Carico air purifying system is something that actually helped me sa may sarili kong breathing problems when I tried it. At first, I was actually very hesitant. But when I tried it, I bought it myself and it was good because somehow it helped me breathe properly. And at the same time, I'm sure na if ever meron mang pumasok, may bisita ako, this can actually filter viruses. So if you are interested, you go ahead and contact me. I'll be more than happy to assist you. I think si Tin nag-message na sa akin and I'll be contacting you later, Tin, about this matter. And then, yeah, that's it. If ever you're interested, go ahead. Let me know. More than happy to assist you guys. Okay? Okay. Okay, pasok natin si Tin. Miss Tin, what's up? How are you?
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
Long time.
Yeah. Hello. Kumusta? May
Ayos.
tatanong lang ako
Yes, tell me
about life.
about
If
life.
you're going to choose
Mhm.
between yung if you're sole provider ng family
Uh-huh.
and kailangan mo providean yung family mo or i-choose mo yung passion mo.
Mhm.
You only need to choose one.
Mhm.
And it would be hard kasi alam mo yan, kailangan mong you can't make mistakes kasi ikaw nga yung sole provider ng family mo.
Okay.
So, alam mo yun, wala bang ano na magkamali ka. So, anong pipiliin mo and anong advice na maibibigay mo dun sa mga taong nandun sa ganong situation?
Well, you can pursue your passion while providing for your family. Tulad ng sinabi mo, Tin, ha, it will be hard. But you did not say it will be impossible. So, most of us are not willing to get our hands dirty to do the things that we want to do because we always think that there will always be an easy way out. And most of the time, reaching the dreams that we want to do, living a life that we want to fulfill, it will not be easy talaga. And if you're gonna ask me, and nanggaling na yun sa'yo mismo, you just have to be creative on it. Pursuing your passion doesn't necessarily mean that you have to quit your job right away. Remove all the income that is inside in your play na pumapasok sa bulsa mo ngayon, and then pursue the passion that you want. I didn't mean that. What I mean is that you have to do it slowly, build a foundation. Most of people would think that there is no way for me to do the passion or to pursue the passion that I want because I don't have time. I have a job. Pero think about it. Are you working 24 hours a day on your job? I don't think so. You go in, clock in 9 o'clock in the afternoon and morning, you punch out 5 o'clock in the evening, or I don't know, or overtime, sabihin na nating 6, 7. Most people are. What are you doing 7 o'clock till 12 o'clock in the evening? Fine, I understand. You might take a rest a little bit. Pero if you really want to do it, you can. It's just that you're not willing, or most people are not willing to get their hands dirty. 9 to 5, clock in, do the things that you want to do. Pero after that, you have to pursue your passion. Go start building something, a foundation. Kasi hindi practical yun na magkikwit ka agad ng job mo. So, it's good. Like, it might take you at least 2 years when you started right now. It might take you to up until 2022 to really actually pursue the passion that you want. But at least you have that road. The reason why most people are frustrated in their life is because they don't know until when are they gonna stay in a hole where they don't want to be. Pero why don't you create a ladder along the way for you to be outside of that hole? Diba? I mean, one ladder at a time, one step of a ladder at a time. And you're only able to build that. It might be very difficult because you have to put in some extra work and extra effort. Pero it's supposed to be like that. There's no easy way. There's no one-way ticket that I can right away pursue my passion. Do you think I was able to quit my job to pursue my vlogging career after when I decided to like really vlog? No. How many times I have to go from work 6 o'clock in the evening and then edit my way out up until 3 o'clock in the morning? And I didn't think of it as work because I love doing it. And after 2 years, that's the only reason why I was able to build. Kasi meron akong baseline followers eh. I can sustain this. I can ask for sponsorship and all. Pero if I did it before, nobody's gonna take me. So that's the answer to your question. In most people's question on how to pursue their passion. It's hard, very difficult, but doesn't mean it's impossible. And it's supposed to be hard because the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory.
Yeah. So it's like pusong may utak.
Of course, it's a balance.
Okay, thank you very much.
Happy to help din. And again, ang ganda ng mga tanong mo. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Keep safe din. Keep safe. Okay, cool.
Bye.
Marimar, ready ka na ba? Okay. Hello.
Hello po.
How are you? You're calling from where?
I'm calling from Cavite.
Cavite City. Okay. Thank you very much for calling. How can I help you?
Ang question ko po is, kanina, di ba, ang topic ko is about heart and brain. Tapos sinasabi nyo, minsan yung iba, kaya nag-stay sa relationship kasi feeling nila, wala na silang ibang option. Wala na ibang tao magmamahal sa kanila. So, from there, paano po kaya magkakaroon ng malaking network or option yung isang tao na para magkaroon siya ng confidence na may magmamahal sa kanya?
By loving yourself first. The only reason why
Kasi
most people... Yeah, go ahead.
Kasi po yung mga friends ko sinasabi nila, halimbawa, pumunta ka sa mga party, mag-clubbing ka, mag-install ka ng mga dating app, ganyan. Kayo po, ano yung ma-advise sa mga kagaya namin na parang feeling namin wala na kami ibang option?
Ito sige. Marimar. Marimar ba talagang name mo? Sige, sabihin na lang natin ganito. Vice ganda. Do you think Vice ganda has to beg for love? Of course not. People would want to be around her, right? Or him. What I'm trying to say is that the only reason why she was capable to be in that situation is because she has a talent, she pursued it, and she's very good at it, and people were able to see it. Pero do you think that people were able to see it at first? I mean, nung hindi pa siya sikat, sa tingin mo ba may naniwala sa kanya nung umpisa? Sa tingin mo ba sinusuportahan siya ng magulang niya sa ginagawa niya nung pinaka-umpisa na sinabi niya sa sarili niya na gusto ko maging komedyante in a world wherein there's a lot of comedians? What I'm trying to say is that naniwala siya sa sarili niya at first. So I think it's supposed to be a responsibility of everybody that the belief in oneself is prerequisite for others to see you pursuing and believing. Kasi the only way for them to believe in you if you're able to prove something, you're able to prove your worth. At hindi mo kayang gawin yon kung hindi ka mismo believe sa sarili mo. Diba? And yung pupunta sa bar, pupunta mag-dating site, I'm not saying that you're not supposed to do that. Pero if you do that first without you having a foundation of self-love, self-worth, it's just very detrimental to you kasi you're just finding love you think you can find from someone else. Pero hindi mo nahahanap yung pagmamahal na yun sa sarili mo. Dapat ikaw mismo sa sarili mo, mahalin mo muna before you go out and be there. It's always nice to be in a position to choose versus in a position to be chosen. Mas masarap na ikaw ang pipili kaysa ikaw ang pipiliin. Diba? And always goal, you're supposed to have a goal to be in a situation na dapat ikaw ang namimili at hindi ikaw ang pinipili. And how can you do that? When you choose yourself first at the very beginning. Piliin mo muna yung sarili mo. How can someone choose you if you don't choose yourself first? Diba? Go all in on yourself. Find love for yourself, not from someone else. Mahalin mo muna yung sarili mo. Paano mo mamahalin yung sarili mo? By doing the things that you love doing, by pursuing your passion, by surrounding yourself with people that could take you to the next level. Not necessarily financially, emotionally. The support that you need and require. So to answer your question, yes, it's possible. It's just that ikaw mismo sa sarili mo, piliin mo muna yung pagkatao mo bago ang iba.
Salamat po.
No problem, Marimar. Have a nice day. Thank you very much for that question, ha? Thank you. Good question by Marimar. Danielle Jane, are you okay? Are you ready? Okay ka na ba? Okay. Sige, hindi kita naririnig mamaya na pag pinapasok na kita. Hello, how are you?
Hello po. Mabuti naman po.
Yes, how are you? You're calling from where?
From Malolos, Bulacan.
Okay, Bulacan represent. How can I help you, Jane? DJ.
Question ko lang po kasi ano ang tawag nito? Last I'm in a no label relationship.
Okay.
Then it lasts for 6 months.
Okay.
Tapos bigla na lang siyang nawala. Bigla na lang po siyang nag-disappear nang hindi ko alam kung bakit. Then parang may part sa akin na gusto kong malaman kung bakit siya nawala.
Okay.
Bakit siya nawala? Parang pang-complete ba sa sarili ko kung bakit siya nawala?
Okay.
Nagtatry pa rin ako mag-reach out. Di ko alam kung puso, kasi puso nangingibabaw. Nagtatry ako mag-reach out sa kanya, pero hindi pa rin niya yun sinasagot. So, ano ba ang tawag ito? Kung utak naman, sinasabi ko, pigil ko na kasi wala naman ako napapalang sagot. Pero yung puso ko, parang gusto ko pa rin makahanap ng sagot kung bakit niya nawala. Kasi,
Okay.
ano ba tawag nito? I mean, ano kasi siya, parang kahapon okay, tapos biglang ngayon wala na.
Okay.
Bigla talaga siyang nag-disappear.
I understand. Ito masasabi ko sa iyo, Jane, you cannot force someone to love you. Can never do. And that's a downward spiral whenever you have to prove yourself to someone always just for them to love you back. Love is supposed to be freely given and it's not supposed to be forced. The moment that you have to force someone to love you, that is the time that you're supposed to stop. Now, kung sinasabi mo na kailangan mo ng closure for you to move on, do you really need closure or do you need to find a way? Do you just wanted to find out kung bakit kanya hiniwalayan para ma-improve mo yon at hindi ka na niya hiwalayan? There's two different things. Kaya ang gusto mong malaman kung bakit kanya hiwalayan para ma-improve mo yon at hindi ka niya hihiwalayan, hindi ka niya igugos. Or you just really want to find out. Now, if it's the latter, that's very dangerous. Kasi, first off, kung ginost ka niya na walang paalam, that already reveals his character towards you. And you would not wanted to be with a guy who has the capacity to leave you sa ere. Diba? Second is that the purpose of you seeking closure is just for you to really find out or for you to act on it. Pero, hindi dapat magbe-base sa sagot niya yung pag-move on. Magbe-base dapat yun sa decision mo regardless of the answer of the closure. Meron kasing iba, they mask closure with an opener. Kumbaga meaning, kunwari magsisik ng closure pero yun pala yung bagay na kailangan nilang makuha para makabalik sila sa taong nanakit sa kanila in the first place. I mean, that's mostly what people does. And if I were you, I think that this is already a red flag. And somehow, you have to see the value of yourself na hindi mo deserve yun. Hindi mo deserve na iniiwan ka sa ere. Kasi kung iisipin mo na you ask this person again and then you just wanna find out the reason kung bakit kanya iniwan para mabago mo yung sarili mo, that's you trying to be with an individual who doesn't want to be with you. And most of the time, the only reason why people leave you hanging is because talagang hindi na nila gusto, nagsawa na sila. That could be the sole reason. There's no reason na may ginawa ka or ganito or ganyan. It's just that they just have that plan all along in the first place. Now have the self-respect enough to yourself na hindi mo deserve yun. Kasi ikaw yung tao na dapat pinapahalagahan mo muna yung, ito, napaka-cliche. I think real talk, Darbs, and self-worth is supposed to be linked with each other. Pero it could not be any closer than that. Na hindi, masasaktan ka pero you will not be hurt as much when someone that you think should love you first did not love you. Kasi mas mahal mo yung sarili mo kaysa sa kanya. So that is my suggestion to you. Mahalin mo muna yung sarili mo kaysa sa taong ito. And I know, madaling sabihin. I mean, it's very easy for me to say na mahalin mo yung sarili mo. And most of us don't know how. Pero it's a journey that you're supposed to find out. Knowing what you're supposed to do, kahit na hindi mo alam yung specifics towards going there, is still great than not knowing what to do at all.
Okay po. Thank you po. Actually, from his friend, nalaman ko na, sabi naman niya, matik naman na daw yun, kung ba't di na daw siya nag-reach out. Pero yung matik na yun kasi hindi ko maintindihan.
Well, that itself is a disrespect, Danielle. And whatever it is, he can always put sugar on it just for him not to sound as an asshole. Pero regardless, you base it on the act, not on what he will say. Kasi iwanan ka sa ere ng basta-basta. That's a major disrespect. And you'd be further disrespecting yourself if you insist yourself with this individual who disrespected you in the first place.
Okay po. Thank you po. Nakatulong po ng malaki. Thank you po.
Happy to help. Thank you very much.
po.
Thank you. Bye. Okay. Ezil, ubusin ko lang 'tong mga tatawag tapos sana nandyan pa rin kayo ngayon. Ezil, ready ka na? Okay, sunod si Marie.
Wala, maririnig mo ba po ako?
Hello, what's up?
Hi!
Yes,
Good. Naririnig mo po ako?
Yes.
Yun. Hindi,
You're
dalawa
calling-
kasi itatanong ko po. Para sa
Okay.
akin saka para sa kaibigan ko ng mabilisan.
Sige po. You're calling
Yung
from where?
akin-
Okay, masyado akong nagmamadali.
Riyadh. Pero taga Dipolog po ako, Zamboanga del Norte.
I see. Cool.
Yun.
Okay.
Yung sa akin po, tama. Alam ko naman na tama. Pero gusto ko lang ng confirmation ba sa iba. Na may kaibigan akong naging jowa ko. Kaibigan ko siya ng 11 years. Tapos naging kami pero 3 months lang. Bago lang. Tapos, yung pakiramdam na parang, di ba sa mga babae, parang gusto laging iparamdam na kahit pa paano, special ka, ganon, di ba? Natawa po. Hindi, sorry po. Tapos, dumating sa point na parang, hindi ko alam kung akin lang ba na parang parang walang time ba? Walang time. Though siya, naintindihan ko naman ko kasi may trabaho din siya, ako may trabaho dito. Nung dumating na sa siguro mga April ba yun, biglang yung oras hindi na wala nang time ba? Ako naman, nung parang naramdaman ko na walang time, sabi ko, kailangan ko gumawa ng isang desisyon na parang itigil na lang muna kasi mas marami din naman akong priority, pero inano ko siya na parang isa siya sa paano ba yun siya? Inano ko na sinali siya sa mga priority ko ba? 'Di ba? Masarap kasi magmahal 'di ba? Tapos nung parang yung sinasabi niya na intindihan niya ako sa oras ko kasi 'di ba una yung 5 hours ahead yung Philippines tsaka dito sa Riyadh. Tapos yung time namin na gusto ko kasi yung kahit sa isang araw man lang kamustahin, alam mo yun?
Okay,
Kamustahin
fine.
tapos
I got what you're trying to say.
Opo. Gusto ko kamustahin na parang kamusta paano nagtapos yung araw mo. Kahit ganun lang, kahit isang oras or ilang minuto lang. Pero nagchat-chat siya sa akin na patulog na. So parang wala nang time, gusto na niya matulog. Parang ganun ba? So yung puso ko, parang sabi ko, teka lang, gusto ko mahal ko siya Mahal ko siya. Kahit hindi pa kami, parang mahalaga na siya sa akin. Kaya sabi ko, hanggat may pagmamahal ako at respeto ako, gusto kong itigil. Gusto ko itigil kasi gusto kong pahalagan pa rin yung kung anong, yung pagkakaibigan baga. Pero hindi ko alam. Kasi sabi nga nila, di ba, pag kaibigan mo, tapos naging kayo, tapos magkahiwalay, hindi na kayo magkaibigan, magkakilala lang kayo. Doon ako nasaktan. Tapos sabi ko, yung tanong ko is, tama ba yung ginawa ko na parang, wala, binitawan ko na lang siya na, binitawan ko siya na sabi ko, wala na, itigil na lang.
Ano sa tingin mo yung sagot sa tanong mo?
Alam ko naman na parang, gusto ko lang kasi mapatunayan at matagal ko na kasi na na parang alam yun, self-worth. Kasi sobrang wala akong tiwala sa sarili ko. Ganun, parang.
I understand. Okay, Izil, you did the right thing. I mean, you're not supposed to beg someone for their time and effort because if you are together, kung magkasama man kayo, or you are in a relationship, that is a responsibility. That's the obvious. That's the standard. Hindi mo na dapat dinidemand yun. Kasi standard na yun sa bawat relasyon to make time for each other. That's the reason why you're there in a relationship, di ba? Hindi mo na dapat sasabihin pag mag-a-apply ka ng college, hindi mo na dapat tatanungin sa estudyanteng mag-a-apply kung nakagraduate ka ba ng high school. 'Di ba? Kasi that's already automatic, that's standard. So if you're trying to tell me if you did the right thing, of course. Kasi kung hindi mo it requires conscious time and effort to communicate eh. Lalo na pag LDR. So if you don't find the effort and conscious determination for this individual to communicate with you, kasi that's the only reason why a relationship would work, and that could be the best reason why a relationship would work is through communication. And if he doesn't give that to you, it's okay. It could have been that it was a burden for him to communicate. And if that person has that feeling, you'd already know where you stand. Alam mo na dapat yung position mo sa kanya. And that you don't have to justify it. You can still be friends, by the way, with your ex. Pero you can never be friends with him until and unless you have feelings for them. So you cannot seek friendship kasi it's detrimental for your process of moving on. Kasi hindi mo pwedeng maging kaibigan yun at may nararamdaman ka pa sa kanya. Hindi pwede yun. That's not a possibility. Not unless both of you doesn't have feelings for each other. That's the time that you can be friends, really friends. Kasi most of the reason bakit people seek friendship is for them to seek an opportunity to get back, not really friendship. I mean, real talk yun ha. Kasi ang pagkakaibigan is something that doesn't have emotional kumbaga walang romantic feeling for each other. And if you have an emotional or romantic feeling for someone, you can never be friends with that person. You will have a romantic relationship, but it will never be friendship. Not unless magjowa. It sounds very technical, but what I'm trying to say is that there's no possibility for you to get back to the friendship if you still have feelings for him or he has feelings for you. Dapat both of it is supposed to be mutual.
Dun, yung, kasi in-unfriend ko siya sa ano eh, in-unfriend ko siya sa Facebook. Tapos, nung wala pang 1 month, nakita ko nag-post ng babae. Sabi ko, ay, napakaganda. Napakaganda. Sige, kailangan tigilan na. Kasi siya nakakababa na parang, oh my God. Pero sabi ko sa kanya, deserve naman niya. Siguro kung nasaktan siya, deserve naman niya sumaya. Sabi ko, okay lang. Nasaktan ako, pero though happy na rin. Alam mo yung parang, di ba?
Okay.
Tawa ko.
And I think that even after you're happy for someone's happiness, you're supposed to seek your happiness too and be happy for it.
In fairness naman, misaya naman ako.
Okay, then that's good to know. Happy to know
Misaya
that.
naman. Minsan lang, alam mo yung pakiramdam na parang sa puso mo na parang, mali ba ako? Kasi parang minsan na-guilty ako eh. Kasi ako naman yung bumitaw.
Hindi.
Ako naman, parang nagigilty ako na parang tama ba yun? Kaya ako gustong tumawag sa'yo. Parang minsan
no,
kasi
it's not wrong. It's not wrong.
What you did is mag-confirm sa'yo pa.
What you did is right. Yeah. So don't worry about you made the wrong decision because at the end of the day, let me be the one to break it up. Diba? So you don't have to make excuses. So ganun yun. Okay?
Teka lang. Tanong ako isa, Kuya Darbs, kung may time pa.
Okay, sige, tell me. Marie, stay put ka lang dyan, Maria.
Mabilisan na din to. Alaga ko. Okay. May kaibigan ako. Naging din siya dito na pinapalo ko sa'yo. Kasi ang rupok, Diyos ko po, rude. Sabi ko, yung jowa niya nakikinig dyan, tatawa yun mamaya.
Okay,
yung jowa, may jowa. So, yung jowa niya, may jowang una. So, pangalawa siya. Ngayon, Opo. Tapos yung siya, sabi niya na mas binigyan daw siya ng time at pinapahalagan siya ng jowa niya than doon sa una. Sabi niya, mahal niya, tapos mahal din niya yung lalaki. Tapos lagi siyang nagtatanong, paulit-ulit na lang. Sabi ko, bebe, mag-follow ka nga kay RT Darbs, nakakapagod ka na eh. Sabi ko, paano ang rupok-rupok mo? Kasi paulit-ulit, nagpo-post sa Facebook na parang gusto niya nang iwanan, pero hindi niya maiwan-iwan. Alam mo yun, sabi ko, kung inumpisahan niyo ng mali, talagang mali talaga. Hindi pwede yung tamali. 'Di ba lahat
Exactly.
naman talaga masarap magmahal. Pero kung alam mo ng mali,
Okay,
ay
fine.
tigil.
I
Sabi niya
understand.
kung ano bang mas maganda, paano ba niya daw umpisahan na tapusin or ano yung kasi sa kanya din naman daw, sa akin din Kuya Darbs, na parang sa kanya din mag-umpisa lahat, sa kanya desisyon niya yun paano niya tapusin yung kahit mahal niya, kung may respeto siya sa sarili niya, 'di ba?
Okay, fine. I understand. Now, here's what I'm gonna tell your friend na may jowa yung friend niya na iba. Siguro I think she has to realize that it's not na kahit na mas pinipili siya kaysa sa doon sa isa, pero at the end of the day, it's still not nice to be in a position na may pagpipilian, to be an option. So in she has to realize her worth enough to understand that this will be temporary. For sure, at the end of the day, there will always be a rectification sa ginagawa niya. And if I were her, it could be a mistake that she would only have to learn by undergoing through this process eh. Minsan kasi kahit anong sisi or anong sabi mo sa sasabihin, kahit na anong sabihin mo na mali siya, hindi niya marirealize yun until nasubukan niyang masaktan talaga sa pagkakamali na yun. And most of the time, being a good friend is as long as wala kang nagawang mali or you did not have, wala kang pagkukulang sa pagre-remind, I mean, that's it.
Opo.
That's fine. Cool?
Okay. Cool. Thank you. Sa wakas,
Thank you very
nakausap
much.
kita. Thank you po.
Eslyn, thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yun. Thank you. Don't be a mediocre in a relationship, sabi ni Vincent Torrefranca. I totally agree. Tanong mo na pala yung kwento. Grabe naman kayo. Hayaan nyo na. Siyempre, baka tagal niya na gustong tumawag, di ba? So, pagbigyan naman natin si Eziel. Kuya Darbs, pa-shoutout naman po. Ami. Thank you very much. Si J. Lu pala, shoutout daw. Nagpapa-shoutout. Tsaka sa RTD Fam. RTD Fam, i-real to ko kayo mamaya. Meron akong nabasa eh. Anyway. Hello, Miss Marie.
Hello po.
How are you? You're calling from where?
I'm here in Pakistan.
Ay, Pakistan ka din! Daming taga-Pakistan tumatawag sa atin. Kumusta? Ilang years ka na dyan?
2 years.
2 years. Okay, sige. How can I help you, Miss Marie?
Ask ko lang naman, kasi, syempre may asawa na ako, pero hindi naman kami kasal. Then, dumating yung talagang boyfriend ko siya noon. Since 9 years old kami. Dinadasal ko naman yun na magkita sana kami, maski pagtanda. Pero ngayon, dumating. Yung gusto kong tanong, minsan naiisip ko na, ano ba talaga, kung yung puso ko, yung... Kasi naawa ako syempre dun sa kasama ko.
Hindi ko gets.
Pero mahal ko yung ano ko.
Hindi ko gets.
Yung boyfriend ko yun.
Can you please elaborate? Hindi ko na-gets.
Ask ko. Hindi ko na-gets.
So, meron
kasi
ka...
may ko ngayon, may kinakasama ako na nasa Pinas, pero hindi naman kami kasal. Pero
Okay.
alam niya naman na dumating yung boyfriend ko kasi kilala niya rin naman.
Yung boyfriend mo
9 years
nasaan?
old kami noon. Nasa ibang bansa, nasa Sweden.
Pilipino din?
Filipino.
Okay. Pero, may anak kayo?
Hindi,
Wala?
Nagkita pa lang naman kami ngayon sa FB.
Okay. So, what's the question?
Magkausap kami. Kung ano ba talaga ako. Susundin ko yung puso o yung utak ko kasi naawa nga ako dun sa kasama ko.
Sino yung
Sakaling pag-uwi ko,
taga-Pilipinas?
makikipag-iwalay ako.
Si
Kasi may
taga-Pilipinas?
mga ano kami. Oo.
Okay. Well, actually, to be fair, you're supposed to break up with this person if ever meron ka ng isang napupusuan. It's not fair for that guy na aasa siya. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na okay lang sa kanya at alam niya na. Somehow, it's your responsibility to tell this person. Kasi, the longer you prolong you tell, alam niya ba, hindi niya alam na may jowa ka na?
Alam niya na. Alam niya.
So bakit pa siya nandyan? Marupok din yun. Yung boyfriend mo sa Pilipinas.
Yung asawa ko ba yung sinasabi mo? Alam niya na nag-uusap na kami nung boyfriend ko.
Pero alam niya na may boyfriend ka na.
Alam niya.
Okay, so bakit?
May mga anak kasi kami.
Yun ang sabi ko nga tinanong kita, di ba? Kung may anak kayo, sabi mo wala.
Hindi, nung una, yung kinakasama ko ngayon, may anak kami.
Okay. O yun nga, yun yung tinanong ko actually kanina. May anak na kayo. Years kayo, matagal na kayo, di ba? Well, that's a very complicated thing. At the end of the day, if ever your heart told you that you don't want to be with this person anymore, fine, okay, I'm not judging you for that. Siguro what you have to do is you're supposed to tell it straight to that person. Pero wag mong kalimutan ang responsibilidad mo bilang doon sa mga bata. Mahirap kasi niyan is mas magiging complicated yan later on and you'll end up losing both. Pag pinapaasa mo yung isa, in that the other person would be tired of you waiting for you to settle things, there might be a chance where you lose both. So you're supposed to have the courage to tell and do the right thing. Kasi at the end of the day, I think you will agree when I tell you that somehow may mistake ka dito, di ba?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. And I won't judge you for that. It's okay. It's just that you're supposed to take the responsibility of correcting it in a sense na you're supposed to tell your husband, hindi naman kayo married, di ba? Kinakasama sa Pilipinas, that this is the case and that I really apologize. Don't worry, I'll still be communicating with our kids, pero this is what it is. Hindi mo pwedeng mamaya-mayain. Kasi dapat ikaw mismo responsibilidad mong ayusin ngayon na. As long as you don't forget your responsibility to your kids. Yun ang masasagot ko sa katanungan mo. Kasi it's easy to do these things without the rectification of our responsibility on trying to correct the things that we did wrong. Madali lang kasing gumawa ng mali, pero mahirap itama yung maling ginawa natin. And the only way for you to correct that is by being fair for both parties. Kasi isipin mo, there will be a chance na mawawala silang pareho dahil sa ginawa mo. So as early as now, do the right thing. Doing the right thing will never be easy. Okay?
Okay. Yun lang. Salamat po.
Okay, no problem, Marie. No problem. I wish you the strength to do the right thing. Okay?
Okay po. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, last caller natin, si Mr. Lester. Ready ka na, lalaki? Okay. Yo!
Hello po, Kuya Darbs.
Ready ka na. You're calling from where?
Yes po.
Hello.
I'm calling from Caloocan po. Hello po. Caloocan po.
Sige po. Ano
Yes,
pong code?
May question lang po. Is it possible to make for the person you love to make them fall in love with you again twice? Kasi
Okay.
I just recently broke up with my ex like 2 weeks ago. And
Okay.
nakikipag-communicate pa rin ako sa kanya. Nagre-reply siya, pero sobrang subtle lang. And I noticed na minsan sinisinya lang ako ini-inbox. Kasi gusto ko makabawi dun sa ex ko. I asked for a second chance. Unfortunately, hindi niya yun binigay sa akin. Kasi to start off, I'm a logical person po kasi.
Mm-hmm.
So when there are times na nakakagawa ako ng mistakes, for me that was just a phase. Kasi first girlfriend ko po yung ex ko ngayon. So para sa akin, phase lang yun, yung mga changes ko until I mature enough. Pero sa kanya, changes na yun sa kanya from the day na nakilala niya ako.
Okay.
So I'm just curious if should I pursue the person or should I focus on making myself a better person muna po? Kasi I want the girl eh. I really love the girl.
Okay. So if you really love her, why did you broke up with her in the first place?
She is the one who broke up with me po talaga. I tried asking if because of my mistakes po.
What is
talaga.
the mistake?
She was, um, because at first po kasi, she knew me as someone na I don't, hindi po ako nangingialam ng privacy sa mga accounts. But unfortunately, nung tayo naging kami na, I think I get too emotional. Like, sobrang ako na-insecure dun sa mga taong nakakausap niya, even girls and guys. And then at some point, nangingialam po ako ng account without even doing so, nung sobrang, malaking kasalanan po talaga, pero hindi siya totally na, malaking kasalanan. But to the point na, naiinis siya kasi sinasabi niya na hindi, nakilala kita hindi dahil ganito. Nung una kita nakilala, di ka naman ganito. Pero bakit ngayon ganito ka na, nag-iba ka na, nagbago ka na. Something like that po. And somehow I wanted to prove to her na pwede pa rin po akong at least like magbago.
So
To prove her,
the only reason kung bakit kayo naghiwalay is because nakialam ka lang sa account niya. That's the only reason, or is there something?
There's something po. Marami reasons po that I cannot give any specifics.
You have to be very
I guess
specific for me to help you. And don't worry, ha. There are already a lot of people who told us a lot of elaborate stuff that they're married and doing this and that, and nobody's gonna judge you for that. Because if ever someone is, I don't want that follower here. If someone's gonna judge you for whatever it is that you're gonna say, I don't want them here. Because at the end of the day, the reason why I do this is because to give value to you guys. Kasi pwede mong sabihin sa akin yon na i-judge mo ako at i-judge ka niya kung wala siyang nagawang mali sa buhay niya. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Everybody of us makes mistakes. And I love the fact that you're trying to seek for help in order for you to improve yourself. So don't worry, brother. If you're scared of the judgment, there won't be. And if there will be, I don't want them there. I don't want him here or them here.
Okay po. There are other two reasons po na main thing na lagi niyang binabanggit sa akin. First of all, I lied to her about having flings before. And then during our 3rd month of relationship, inamin ko sa kanya na wala talaga. So, I'm a kind of person po kasi na medyo I value the opinion of others too much. So, I try to create stories just to make them believe na may insight ako sa mga ganun. That's the thing na na-realize ko po yun because before, I don't know any value of myself. Wala po kasi akong self-worth dati and parang naisip ko po noon, that time na naging girlfriend ko po siya, I was not enough. And the thing is, it's so funny because nung nag-break up kami, doon ko na-realize yung worth ko. Unfortunately, gusto ko pa siyang ligawan or balikan.
Okay, fine.
And second thing is po, meron din po second thing, this is really hard for me to open up po kasi since it's online, but I'm gonna say it. Medyo comfortable po kasi kami ng ex ko, medyo vibe po kami. There came a time na we're doing our chatting stuff that are too implicit or too private. And there came a time where I was requesting photos.
Okay.
I'm gonna quote photos na lang po. I guess that would be understandable.
Of course, photos that everybody would want to see.
I'm not the type of person po kasi na sobrang na-arouse sa isang bagay. I don't get aroused too easily, but on that particular person, nalaman ko po on that particular person po kasi I get aroused kasi may feelings po ko dun sa tao eh. That's how I see myself po eh.
Okay. So request...
when things get too intense po, ganun po yung nangyayari. Yes, I requested too much. She gave it to me. And then, at first, it's okay sa kanya po. But she's the type of person po kasi na hindi nagsasalita. She says, it's okay, it's enough. Okay lang sa kanya yun. Masasanay din siya. And then, when the time come na sinabi niya na, hindi na, tagal kong kinimkim to, ngayon ko lang sinabi.
Okay.
Because the time it was quarantine period po kasi hindi kami nakikita.
Did it involve hurting herself ba? Or not necessarily?
But she mentioned that because I firmly believe po that for couples it's normal. Unfortunately, your mindset niyo po, it's not about that. Lagi ko lang po sinasabi sa kanya, masasanay sa ganyan.
Okay lang. It's fine. It's not worse as you think as it is. It's just that your mind is telling you that it was. But it's okay, first off, Lester, whatever it is that you said today, good, because you have the self-awareness enough to know it. Knowing that you value people's opinion too much, that's good because you know it. Once you know, you're gonna be able to do something about it. Okay? And it's fine. How young are you?
I'm 20 po.
20.
And she's 4 years older.
Okay.
And single mom po kasi yung naging girlfriend ko.
Okay, fine. Doesn't matter. I mean, way better actually. Single moms, shout out sa mga single moms dyan. You deserve good love you. Okay, fine. By the way, why are these people in the comment section would want to require us to speak in Tagalog when you're for sure, Lester definitely is comfortable speaking in English, right? Like me, diba? So I don't know.
Sort of po, yes.
It's okay. And I don't know why
Sorry.
people are trying to judge us because they want us to adjust based on what's comfortable for them. Now, guys, if you're not able to understand it, by all means, I mean, I'm not telling you to stay here. It's just that somehow, let's have the sensitivity enough to know which language person gusto niyang gamitin. Diba? And that's the reason why most of us are living in this society who's too judgmental, because it's easy for us to say the things that we want, but we don't understand the things that needs to be considered. Lester for sure is one of the most elaborate person that has been my guest. And if it's comfortable for him speaking in English, yeah, go ahead, bro. Doesn't matter. So please, brother, kung sino man po yung mga nagsasabi na ganon, I'm not trying to condemn you. It's just that it's a self-awareness act for me to tell you that people will not adjust to you. Okay. Sorry. Nainis lang ako. Triggered ako.
Okay lang po.
Okay, brother Lester, here's the thing. It's good because you were the final call, and I'm glad that I took your call, honestly. And here's what I wanted to tell you, brother. First off, knowing the things that you know right now, I think you're gonna be one of the most matured individuals later on. Kasi tulad ng sinabi ko, not everybody, hindi lahat na pinanganak ay malakas. You're on the process of being able to somehow discover yourself. And I think the first thing that you have to do is not to judge yourself so much. I was an individual who gives value to people's opinion too much as well when I was your age. And I didn't realize that after 5 years or 7 years or 8 years down the line. So it doesn't matter. And wag mo masyadong, don't push yourself down on that. And then, the question that remains is kung gusto mo pa ba siyang i-pursue or hindi. If what you're telling me is that's the only reason why you guys broke up and kaya siya nakipaghiwalay sa'yo, I think that if you admit to yourself that it was a mistake of yours, do you admit it na mali mo?
Yes po. I fully admit that it was my mistake.
Ano ba yung pinaka-dahilan kung bakit kayo naghiwalay?
Those three main reasons po talaga. And lastly, I'm a sort of perfectionist po kasi. So, when I try to explain things to her, for example, during the call, iba lagi yung thing sa kanya. Because ayun nga po said ko, when I'm a logical person, I only tackle that problem itself, not the person. So, halimbawa, sinasabi ko lang na nakakasakit to sa akin. Like an analogy po, sinasabi ko lang sa GF ko, uy, masakit to, kinukurot mo ako. Pero ang sinasabi niya kaagad na, binibigay ko naman lahat sa'yo, ginagawa ko naman yung effort ko, hindi mo pa rin nakikita. But I'm just trying to say na itong particular subject na to, or particular thing na to na ginagawa niya, nakasasakit sa akin. So that's what I don't understand, and I want her to understand. Unfortunately nga po, hindi siya ganun kasi medyo madala ng feelings niya.
That's good. That's a good explanation. That's self-awareness. So, what are the three main reasons bakit kayo naghiwalay? Can you elaborate it again?
Privacy, the photos that I asked, sinabi ko pa kanina, and the lie that I said. Kasi parang sinabi niya po doon na pinabilog ko lang siya eh. At kasi hindi po yung, I'm not, yun po.
Fine. And I understand. Okay, brother. I totally get your point that this is a phase for you that you have to make mistakes in order for you to realize it and then improve upon it. Naiintindihan ko na yun in what you're trying to say. Now, if you think that it is a fault, it's your fault, you have to accept the fact that somehow there might be not another chance for you. 'Cause that's the rectification of the mistakes that you did. Kasi, I mean, if you're gonna ask me,
Mhm.
I might be wrong on this, but if you have elaborated it in a manner where wala kang tinatago, and then those were the only reasons why she broke up with you, that's too shallow, honestly. Just cause of the pictures that you were asking him to do. And sinabi mo naman that's normal for couples to have. Kasi pinaikot mo siya because of the things. Kasi pinaikot mo daw siya kasi nag-like ka na meron kang ka-fling kahit wala naman.
Yes, yes po.
Di ba dapat mas okay nga yun? Kasi wala naman. Parang nag-lie ako na may babae ako pero wala naman talaga. Parang, di ba? It's a better lie than I'm lying na wala akong babae pero meron. You know, you get what I'm trying. Anyway,
Yes po.
and the last thing is you for the privacy thing. Fine,
Yes.
that could be something that would turn her off. Pero here's what I'm gonna tell you, brother. And that's her decision and I respect that. I mean, who am I to tell and judge her decision based on just what I know? What I can tell is that do not judge yourself well enough that you're na nakasalanan mo to. Alam ko na mahal mo siya and you wanted to get back on her and make it up to her. Pero if ever she doesn't want to really get back, it's the consequences of the mistakes that you did that you have to accept. This is for you to be ready, not just in love, but in life in general. Kasi kung mayroon tayong mga gagawin, we have to be really willing to take the consequences. And this is one of the consequences that you did. Now, let this be a lesson to you if ever you're not going to be able to get her back. That somehow, at the end of the day, you might be able to lose the thing that you want the most because you value people's opinion too much, because you're too insecure. That's the reason why kaya mo kinukuha yung private password niya. And I don't think there's any reason for you to apologize for being too logical because that's a strength. I am like that. Ganon din ako. And imagine me before me being real talk Darbs. Most of the people would say that I'm crazy. Alam mo yun? Whenever there's an argument, I never lose an argument. I'm telling you. And most of them would just say that this is in this like that in like this. But it's just that somehow I'm able to see things beyond how they see it. And somehow it requires a different level of partner for them to understand you. So here's what I'm gonna say. Despite of the result of your pagpapursue mo sa kanya, I think you have to understand that you have to develop yourself first. Because I really think that you have something better to give in this world. And I can really see that you're very elaborate. You can explain yourself well. That's a strength. And you can develop that. And never tell yourself and never bow to someone telling you na you're too logical and you're like this. Have the willingness to learn, but at the end of the day, have the self-awareness enough to go all in on your strength. Ikaw mismo, kung hindi ka man niya tanggapin, ayos lang yun. Kasi that valuable reason that you're gonna get, that heartbreak that you're gonna get from this scenario in your life, a phase in your life, will be very valuable later on. 5, 6, 7 years down the line. So this might be a way for the Lord or for God to make you realize things. Most of the time kasi we think that the things that we want is what we really need. Pero most often than not, it is not the case. So just comfort yourself in that feeling. Now, whatever is the result, it's gonna make you a winner anyway later on.
Okay,
Cool?
okay, Darbs. Thanks po sa advice.
No problem.
Cool.
Happy to help. Sumali ka na ba sa RTD fam, brother?
Hindi pa po.
Oh, sumali ka dun.
This is my second time po listening to the ano pa.
Sa live.
Okay po. Sige po. Thank you po Kuya Darbs sa advice po. Thank you po.
Happy to help, brother.
Thank you po. Ingat po kayo. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Yon. Well said, Papa Darbs. Yes, sabi ni Cardi B. Yes, kaso you lose your worth. Di mo na kilala yung sarili mo, inuubuso ka porket mahal mo sila. Ay, parang may hugot siya. Ganon. Pag may tiwala ka sa taong mahal mo, di mo kailangan kunin ang password. Kasi kahit hawak mo yan, kung gustong magloko, magloloko yan. Hacks talaga. Real talk yan, ha? Shout out sa'yo, Emma Tolino Mondi. Correct? Oo nga, saka na pag naniwala na ulit ako sa pag-ibig. Lintik kasi. Yon. Yon, overtime tayo. Grabe, magdadalawang oras na naman tayo, my friend. Okay, thank you very much po sa lahat ng mga nanood, sa lahat ng nagtiwala, at sa lahat ng sumubaybay. I hope you guys are there. I really value your time. Again, if ever you are undergoing something and you wanted to have more insights about healing, about the process of moving on, Real Talk Darbs will be having an exclusive event. It's called Heart Healing Sessions with Real Talk Darbs. Now, this is actually a ticketed event, but it's going to be a digital event, which will be happening on September. And I can really assure you, in this 2 or 3 hours webinar, it's not a webinar, it's like a speaking engagement digitally. I'm going to be speaking the matters of the heart, life, love, in that if I have really brought you value before, at kung natulungan ko talaga kayo, I would really appreciate if you're gonna support me on this new project that I was doing. And at the end of the day, the main reason why I'm doing this is because I also wanted to help people further. And at the same time, help myself. Because as you know, I am already a full-time vlogger and I'm not getting the same salary that I got when I was leaving a very good paying job. So I have to find means to somehow put money or put food on the table. So this is one of the ways, giving you more value than a Facebook live, because this will be a more intimate, intricate event. And this is a more structured event kasi hindi po ako gumagawa ng script ng structure pag nagto-talk live. Pero dito po sa RTD vlog, sa Heart Healing Sessions with RTD, structured po yung mga sasabihin ko. So it's gonna be more powerful, mas pasok, at mas makakabigay ng tulong sa iyo if ever you are in the process of healing. So again, my friends, maraming salamat po sa sumubaybay. And if ever you are one of the guys who's looking for a way to learn how to create content in the internet, be it in business, be it personal branding, be it in any shape or form, it is a prerequisite for us to learn how to create content in the internet. And I can help you with that. RTD Vlogging Academy, be mentored by an award-winning vlogger, which is Real Talk Darbs. That is back to back. Now, this is not me trying to promote myself because I'm good. This is me trying to promote my formula that anybody will be able to learn how to do this. And I'm going to be able to teach that to you because napaka-structured nun. And there are a lot of people who are already graduated and was able to make a difference on their career or in the passion that they want to pursue. So if ever you are interested, could be in business, could be in anything, I would appreciate you guys to support kung gusto mong matutong mag-vlog, because this will be, I'm on a promotion right now kung sinasabi nila. And I don't know, a year down the line, which I will be teaching permanently siguro sa Philippines on the Vlogging Academy, you'd wish that you have enrolled sooner. Kasi by that time, that might be something that is very difficult to take advantage of. How to enroll? You can just go ahead and PM me, Mary Rabana, sa my page. I will give you the link right off the bat. And then let me know on how I can assist you. Okay? Yung third batch po will be happening on Saturday na. Thank you very much sa lahat ng mga nanonood at sa mga taong sumubaybay. I hope you guys are having a good time. I hope you guys are having a wonderful afternoon and evening. And I just wanted to let you know na okay lang yun. Puso or utak, kung hindi ka man balance ngayon, it is what it is. I mean, that's life. It's just that the awareness that you're supposed to have a balance between your heart and your mind, that itself is a win. But it should not stop there. It's supposed to be you continually trying to improve and improve that balance sa buhay. So, importante may puso pero hindi dapat mawala ang utak. Maraming salamat po. This has been Real Talk, Darbs. Always giving your real thoughts through Real Talk. Yalla, bye!
Due to the dangers of going outside, people have been working and staying home. How do you know that the air indoors is clean? Introducing Carico's Nutraway Air Purification System, the only 10-level purification system in the entire world. It comes with a remote for easy access. It's the only purifier that offers 10 unique filtering stages for you and your family. Do you want to protect your home from all the viruses that may go inside? Introducing Carico's Nutraway Air Purification System, the only 10-level purification system in the entire world. It will clean the air 24/7 inside your home using its 10 unique filtering stages, so you don't have to worry about anything and you'll be able to sleep well with your home virus-free.
Oh shit, migan, ano malahig man ka.
Real Talk Darb.